Harsh truths from a 60-year-old. As someone who's lived 6 decades, I've gained wisdom through joy, hardship, and reflection. These are not just lessons, but truths I believe every one of us should embrace, especially as we grow older. Life may have slowed down, but it's far from over. Let's talk about the things that truly matter in this chapter of life. If you enjoyed this video, give it a thumbs up. Don't forget to subscribe and turn on notifications so you never miss an update. 1. Your health is a gift. Protect it. As the years pass, one of the clearest truths is that health is not something we can take for granted. It is a gift, fragile and fleeting. And as we age, its importance becomes undeniable. When we're younger, we often treat our bodies as if they're indestructible. Late nights, poor diets, ignoring pain. It all seemed inconsequential at the time. But with every passing year, those choices begin to echo louder. And yet, even now, there is immense power in taking control of your health, no matter where you are in life's journey. Your body has carried you through decades of experiences, laughter, tears, accomplishments, losses. It has been your constant companion, even if you didn't always treat it with the respect it deserved. Think about that for a moment. Every breath you take, every step you make, every hug you share is possible because your body supports you. Shouldn't it deserve your care, love, and attention in return? Taking care of your health in your later years doesn't mean chasing perfection or reclaiming the vigor of your youth. It means respecting your body's current state and doing what you can to support it. Start with small, consistent actions. If moving around feels harder than it used to, try gentle activities like walking or stretching. A simple 10-minute walk each day isn't just about exercise. It's about breathing fresh air, feeling your heartbeat, and reminding yourself that you're alive and capable. Movement is a celebration of life, not a punishment. What we eat also plays a monumental role in how we feel. Food isn't just fuel. It's medicine for the body and soul. As we age, our nutritional needs change, and so should our habits. Instead of seeing food as a chore or an indulgence, look at it as an act of self-care. Choose meals that nourish you, colorful vegetables, lean proteins, and foods rich in vitamins. Every meal is an opportunity to support your health, to give your body what it needs to keep going. But protecting your health isn't just about exercise and diet. It's about listening to your body and valuing its signals. When you feel tired, rest. When something aches, pay attention. Gone are the days when you can simply power through discomfort and assume it'll go away. Those signals are your body's way of asking for help. And seeking help, whether it's from a doctor, a physical therapist, or even just a trusted friend, is not a sign of weakness. It's a sign of wisdom. There's a mental shift that needs to happen as well. Many of us grew up in a culture that admired pushing through pain or toughing it out. But as we grow older, toughness isn't about ignoring your body's needs. It's about honoring them. It's about acknowledging that taking care of yourself isn't selfish. It's necessary. The people who love you want you around for as long as possible. And the best gift you can give them is a healthy, present version of yourself. Taking care of your health also means adapting to change. Your body is not the same as it was at 20, 40, or even 60, and that's okay. Aging isn't a failure. It's a privilege denied to many. Instead of mourning what you've lost, focus on what you still have and what you can do. You might not run marathons anymore, but you can still move, breathe, and engage with the world. Celebrate those abilities and work to preserve them for as long as possible. And let's not forget the importance of mental and emotional health as part of the equation. Stress, loneliness, and negativity can have just as much impact on your body as a poor diet or lack of exercise. Find moments of joy every day, no matter how small. Call a friend, read a book, spend time in nature. A peaceful mind supports a healthy body, and vice versa. Remember, It's never too late to start prioritizing your health. Every small step you take today, whether it's a walk, a healthier meal, or a good night's sleep, builds a stronger foundation for tomorrow. Your health is your partner in living a vibrant, fulfilling life, and treating it as a gift is one of the greatest acts of gratitude you can offer yourself. Two, you've worked enough. Enjoy what you've earned. For decades, work was likely the cornerstone of your identity. It defined your days, filled your calendar, and gave you a sense of purpose. Whether you built a career, raised a family, or both, you've spent a lifetime working hard. But now it's time to step back and embrace the rewards of everything you've built. You've earned the right to enjoy this chapter, free from the relentless pressure to prove your worth through work. Many of us, especially in the United States, grew up with the belief that our value is tied to productivity. We worked long hours, skipped vacations, and put off joy in the name of responsibility. But now, at this stage of life, the world is inviting you to let go of that mindset. You've done enough. You are enough. The time has come to turn your focus inward and ask yourself what truly brings you happiness. Enjoying what you've earned doesn't mean giving up on purpose. It means shifting your purpose from achieving and accumulating to savoring and celebrating. Look at what's around you, the home you've made, the relationships you've nurtured, the memories you've created. These are the fruits of your labor, and they deserve to be cherished. Take pride in them, not as trophies, but as reminders of a life well lived. This chapter of life is about finding joy in the small, everyday moments. It's about watching a sunrise without rushing to the next task, spending time with loved ones without glancing at the clock, and pursuing hobbies that ignite your curiosity. If you've always dreamed of traveling, do it. If you've wanted to paint, garden, or write, now is the time. These are not frivolous pursuits. They are the essence of what makes life rich and fulfilling. The hardest part for many is giving themselves permission to slow down. There's often a nagging voice that says you should still be doing more, contributing more, proving more. But the truth is, the greatest contribution you can make now is to live fully and joyfully. By doing so, you inspire those around you to do the same. You show the next generation that life isn't just about hard work, it's also about enjoying the journey. So take a breath. Let go of the need to always be productive. You've worked enough. This is your time to enjoy what you've earned guilt-free. Remember, the days ahead are not a countdown. They are a gift. Use them to create moments of happiness, peace, and gratitude. You deserve it. 3. Relationships matter more than ever. As the years go by, it becomes abundantly clear that life's greatest treasures are not material possessions, but the people we share it with. Relationships are the heart of a fulfilling life, yet they often require more effort and care as we age. Friends move away, family members grow busy, and sometimes we experience the deep pain of losing loved ones. But even in these moments of change, the importance of connection remains unwavering. The truth is, no one reaches this stage of life wishing they had spent more time working or acquiring things. What we cherish are the shared laughs, the quiet talks, the comforting presence of those who truly know us. Relationships give life meaning, and nurturing them is one of the most rewarding investments you can make. It's easy to let relationships fade when life gets busy or when misunderstandings arise, but now is the time to reach out and rekindle those connections. Call the friend you haven't spoken to in years. Write a letter to someone you've been thinking about. Sometimes a simple, "I've been thinking of you," is all it takes to reopen a door. Don't let pride or hesitation stand in the way of reconnecting. The people who matter to you are worth the effort. Forgiveness is another vital part of preserving relationships. Carrying old grudges is like holding on to a heavy weight that only drains your energy. Let it go. Forgiveness doesn't mean forgetting or excusing hurtful behavior. It means freeing yourself from the pain it causes. When you forgive, you give yourself the gift of peace. And often, you create an opportunity for healing in the relationship. It's also important to remember that relationships can still be built even now. Some might feel that making new friends later in life is impossible, but that couldn't be further from the truth. Shared experiences, whether through volunteering, joining a group, or attending community events, are wonderful ways to connect with like minded people. Friendship doesn't have an age limit, it's built on kindness, curiosity, and shared moments, all of which are still within your reach. And finally, cherish the people who are already part of your life. Whether it's family, friends, or neighbors, take the time to truly be present with them. Listen deeply when they speak. Share your own thoughts and stories. Time spent with loved ones is never wasted. It's the foundation of what makes life meaningful. As you navigate this chapter of life, let your relationships be your anchor. They are the threads that weave your story into the lives of others. Prioritize them, nurture them, and celebrate them, for they are the greatest legacy you will leave behind. 4. Comparison is the thief of joy. At this stage of life, comparison is a sneaky thief that can rob you of the joy and contentment you deserve. It's all too easy to look around and notice what others have, whether it's a bigger house, a fancier car, or seemingly perfect health, and feel like you're falling short. But here's a hard truth. Comparison will never lead to happiness because there will always be someone who seems to have more. Chasing someone else's life is a game you can't win. Instead, focus on the incredible uniqueness of your own journey. Every wrinkle, every gray hair, every scar tells a story that no one else can claim. You've lived a life full of moments, some beautiful, some painful, but they've all shaped you into the person you are today. No one else has your exact perspective or your memories. That's something to treasure. When you compare yourself to others, you're often comparing their highlights to your behind the scenes struggles. What you see on the surface, their smiles, their vacations, their seemingly perfect families, doesn't tell the whole story. Everyone has battles you don't see. Instead of focusing on their perceived successes, focus on your own blessings. Gratitude is a powerful antidote to envy. Take time each day to reflect on what you have: a warm home, people who love you, the ability to enjoy the simple pleasures of life. Letting go of comparison doesn't mean you stop striving or dreaming. It means you shift your focus to what truly matters to you. Maybe your neighbor just bought a new car, but that doesn't make your cozy afternoons reading on the porch any less valuable. Maybe a friend has a big family gathering every weekend, but your quiet dinners with close loved ones are just as meaningful. Remember, joy is not a competition. There's no prize for having the most impressive life. It's about finding fulfillment in the life you have. When you stop comparing, you free yourself to experience true contentment. You stop measuring your worth against others and start appreciating the richness of your own unique story. After all, the only person you should compare yourself to is who you were yesterday. If you're learning, growing, and finding moments of joy, then you're winning the only race that truly matters. 5. Change isn't as scary as you think. Change is inevitable, especially in the later chapters of life. Whether it's moving to a new place, adjusting to retirement, navigating health challenges, or finding new routines, the transitions we face can feel overwhelming. But here's the truth: change isn't the enemy. Often, it's the beginning of something unexpectedly wonderful. Fear of change is natural. It stems from uncertainty, from stepping into the unknown when we've grown comfortable in our routines. But comfort, while familiar, can also be limiting. If you cling too tightly to the way things have always been, you might miss out on opportunities for growth and joy. Change is what keeps life interesting, even at a time when it might feel tempting to settle into a predictable rhythm. Think back to other changes you've faced in your life, some by choice, others by circumstance. Perhaps it was starting a career, raising a family, or moving to a new city. At the time, those transitions may have seemed daunting, but many of them likely brought new relationships, new joys, and new opportunities. Change has always been a part of your story, and you've navigated it before. You are stronger and more adaptable than you give yourself credit for. Adapting to change doesn't mean you have to embrace it with unbridled enthusiasm. It means approaching it with curiosity and an open heart. When life shifts, ask yourself, what can I learn from this? How can this new chapter enrich my life? Sometimes, what feels like a loss, a move away from a beloved home, for instance, can lead to unexpected blessings, like discovering a supportive new community or finding a simpler way of living. Change also brings the opportunity to grow. It might mean learning a new skill, like mastering technology to stay connected with loved ones or discovering a hobby you never thought you'd enjoy. It could be as simple as rearranging your daily routine to include more time for self care, or as significant as starting over in a new environment. Whatever the change, embracing it rather than resisting it allows you to move forward with grace and resilience. Ultimately, life is about evolution. The world around you is always shifting, and so are you. Every change, no matter how challenging, is an invitation to step into a new version of yourself. It's proof that life isn't over. It's simply transitioning into its next beautiful phase. Embrace it. Trust in your ability to adapt. And remember that even in the face of change, the core of who you are remains steady, ready to face whatever comes next. 6. Your mental health deserves attention. For far too long, mental health has been a topic brushed aside, especially for older generations. Many of us were taught to tough it out, to hide our struggles, and to keep moving forward no matter what. But here's a truth that can no longer be ignored. Your mental health is just as important as your physical health, if not more so. Without peace of mind, even the best days can feel burdensome, and life's joys can seem out of reach. It's okay to admit that aging brings, say, emotional challenges. There are changes in our bodies, our routines, and even our relationships that can stir feelings of loneliness, frustration, or grief. But acknowledging these emotions is not a sign of weakness. It's an act of strength. It takes courage to face what's weighing on your heart and to seek the support you deserve. Taking care of your mental health can look different for everyone. For some, it might mean speaking with a therapist or counselor. Therapy is not about fixing something broken. It's about finding tools to help you navigate life's complexities. A therapist can offer an unbiased, compassionate ear and strategies for coping with everything from anxiety to grief. If reaching out for professional help feels daunting, remind yourself that it's a sign of wisdom, not failure, to ask for guidance. Beyond professional support, nurturing your mental health also comes from creating a life filled with moments of joy and peace. Find the activities that soothe your mind, whether it's reading a favorite book, gardening, meditating, or taking walks in nature. Surround yourself with people who lift your spirits, and don't hesitate to set boundaries with those who bring negativity. Your time and energy are too valuable to be drained by toxicity. It's also important to address the stigma that often surrounds mental health, particularly for men of older generations. Seeking help doesn't mean you're not strong enough to handle things on your own. In fact, it takes immense strength to confront your feelings and take steps to improve your well-being. When you prioritize your mental health, you give yourself the gift of a clearer mind, a lighter heart, and the ability to fully embrace the present moment. Remember, your mental health is not a luxury, it's a necessity. Just as you care for your body, care for your mind. It's never too late to start. and the peace you'll find is worth every effort. 7. Time is your most precious asset. As the years roll by, one truth becomes undeniable. Time is our most precious asset. Unlike money or possessions, time cannot be earned back, saved, or borrowed. Every day is a gift, and how you choose to spend it determines the quality of your life. At this stage, the importance of time feels sharper, more urgent. It's not about counting the days, but making the days count. For too many of us, time slips away unnoticed, tangled in routines, or spent worrying about things that, in hindsight, don't really matter. The reality is that none of us know how much time we have left. But instead of letting that thought bring fear, let it inspire you. Use it as a reminder to cherish each moment, to live intentionally, and to focus on what truly brings you joy. Living with intention doesn't mean you have to fill every hour with grand adventures or accomplishments. Sometimes the best use of time is simply being present. Sit with your morning coffee and watch the sunrise. Call a friend and share a meaningful conversation. Spend time with the loved ones, not rushing through tasks, but savoring the connection. These seemingly small moments are the threads that weave a life of fulfillment. It's also important to let go of the illusion of someday. How often do we tell ourselves we'll take that trip, try that hobby, or visit someone special someday? But someday is not guaranteed, and waiting for the perfect moment often means waiting forever. Whatever it is you've been putting off, start now. Your time is too precious to let opportunities pass by. At the same time, don't fall into the trap of feeling like you must constantly be doing something. Resting, reflecting, and simply enjoying quiet moments are just as valuable as active pursuits. The key is balance, using your time in ways that enrich your spirit, whether that means pursuing passions or embracing stillness. Finally, think about the legacy you want to leave behind. How do you want to be remembered? Not by the possessions you owned or the accomplishments you achieved, but by the love you shared, the kindness you showed, and the memories you created. Time is the canvas on which your legacy is painted, and every day is a brushstroke. Make your time meaningful. Be present, be bold, be kind. And above all, remember that every moment you're given is a chance to live fully, with gratitude for the precious gift that it is. 8. Financial peace is possible. At this stage of life, financial peace isn't just about numbers on a statement. It's about security, freedom, and the ability to live without constant worry. After years of working, saving, and planning, you deserve to feel a sense of calm about your financial situation. Yet, for many, money remains a source of anxiety, especially as income transitions from paychecks to pensions or savings. The key to finding financial peace is not wealth, it's clarity and control. Take time to understand your financial picture. What are your expenses? What are your income sources? Knowing these details gives you the power to make informed decisions and avoid unnecessary stress. If this feels overwhelming, don't hesitate to seek help. A trusted financial advisor or planner can provide guidance, helping you navigate this phase with confidence. One of the most liberating steps you can take is simplifying your lifestyle. This doesn't mean giving up what brings you joy. It means focusing on what truly matters. Many people find that as they grow older, material possessions hold less value. Instead, experiences, connections, and peace of mind become the true riches. Consider downsizing if maintaining a larger home feels like a burden, or reevaluate your spending to prioritize what makes you happiest. It's also important to remember that financial peace isn't just about managing money. It's about shifting your mindset. Let go of the pressure to accumulate more. At this stage, you're not trying to keep up with anyone else. You're living for yourself. Appreciate what you have and focus on making it last in ways that align with your values and goals. Finally, allow yourself the freedom to enjoy the fruits of your labor. Money is a tool, not a goal. Use it to create memories, share moments with loved ones, and explore passions you've put off for too long. True financial peace comes from balancing responsible planning with the courage to live fully in the present. 9. You're never too old to learn or grow. One of the greatest myths about aging is the belief that our capacity for growth diminishes with time. The truth is, as long as you're alive, you have the potential to learn, to explore, and to evolve. Growth isn't reserved for the young, it's a lifelong journey. In fact, the richness of your experiences makes this stage of life an ideal time to embrace new challenges and discoveries. Learning doesn't have to mean going back to school or earning a degree. It can be as simple as exploring something you've always been curious about. Have you ever wanted to paint, play an instrument, or write your life story? Now is the time. These pursuits aren't just hobbies, they're pathways to keeping your mind sharp and your spirit vibrant. It's not just about skills, it's about perspective. Aging gives you the gift of wisdom, and learning allows you to see the world through fresh eyes. Try reading about new cultures, engaging in thoughtful conversations, or even picking up technology that connects you with the wider world. The internet, for instance, isn't just for the younger generation. It's a gateway to knowledge, entertainment, and relationships that can enrich your life. Learning also means embracing change. Whether it's adapting to new technologies, discovering different ways to stay active, or finding creative solutions to life's challenges, growth happens when you step outside your comfort zone. The courage to try, even when it feels unfamiliar, keeps your mind flexible and your heart open. Most importantly, learning and growth remind you that your story isn't finished. Every day is an opportunity to add a new chapter, to discover something about yourself, and to deepen your understanding of the world. You're not defined by your past. You're shaped by what you continue to do in the present. So reject the idea that it's too late. You're never too old to learn something new, to dream a new dream, or to grow in ways you never imagined. Life remains a journey of discovery, and the next adventure is yours to define. 10. Your legacy is what you leave behind. Legacy is a word that carries profound weight, especially as the years behind you begin to outnumber the years ahead. Yet, it's not about wealth, fame, or possessions. Legacy is what lingers in the hearts of those you've touched, the love you've shared, the lessons you've taught, and the memories you've created. It's not etched in marble or written in books. It's written in the lives of the people you leave behind. For some, the idea of legacy feels distant, something to consider at the very end. But the truth is, you're building it every single day. Every conversation, every act of kindness, every moment you give to others becomes part of your story. Reflect on the ways you've impacted the lives of those around you. Perhaps it's the wisdom you've shared with a grandchild, the support you've given a friend during a hard time, or the traditions you've passed down through your family. These are the things that endure long after material possessions fade. Your legacy is also about the values you embody. What do you want to be remembered for? Perhaps it's your kindness, your generosity, or your resilience. Living in alignment with these values not only shapes how others see you, but also brings a deeper sense of fulfillment to your life. When your actions reflect what matters most to you, you're creating a legacy you can be proud of, not for recognition, but because it feels right. It's never too late to start shaping your legacy. Perhaps there are relationships that need mending, stories that need telling, or dreams you've yet to pursue. Don't let hesitation hold you back. Reach out to the people you care about and let them know how much they mean to you. Share your life lessons and experiences openly without worrying about being perfect. Your imperfections are part of what makes your story real and relatable. One of the most beautiful ways to leave a legacy is to give of yourself, whether it's mentoring someone younger, volunteering your time, or simply being a listening ear, these acts of service create ripples that extend far beyond what you'll ever see. Your generosity, even in small gestures, becomes a part of someone else's journey, and that's a legacy worth leaving. Finally, consider preserving your story in a tangible way. Write letters to your loved ones, record your memories, or create a journal of the wisdom you've gathered over the years. These treasures will become priceless gifts for future generations, a way for them to feel your presence even after you're gone. Your words, your voice, your perspective, they matter and they deserve to be remembered. Your legacy is not something to fear or avoid. It's a celebration of the life you've lived and the love you've given. It's your unique fingerprint on the world, a reflection of everything you've stood for and cherished. So live boldly, love deeply, and leave behind something that truly matters, the memory of a life well lived and a heart that touched others. Final thoughts. These truths aren't meant to be harsh. They're reminders of what's truly important. The older I get, the more I realize life isn't about the things we own or the titles we achieve. It's about the moments, the connections, and the joy we create along the way. To anyone reading this, especially those in their 60s, 70s, or beyond, know this: you're not done yet. Life is still calling. Answer it. These lessons are meant to inspire you to live fully and authentically. Now, I'd love to hear from you. Take a moment to reflect and share one thing you've learned and plan to apply in your own life. Let's support each other on this journey toward embracing these truths. If you enjoyed this video, please leave a comment with 1. If not, feel free to comment with 0. Your feedback means a lot to us. Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe to our YouTube channel for more content like this. Thank you for watching, and here's to living life on your own terms.